Welcome back to Let Me Guide You. Today we're doing Stormveil Castle. So starting off from the Stormveil main gate side of Grace, I'm going to face north and head down some stairs. And at the bottom of the stairs you'll find a Furl Calling Finger Remedy. After you pick that up, turn around and you'll find a drop on the stairs. Please don't fall. So just continue along the path and you'll find an opening to your right. At the end of this tunnel you'll find some fire grease. Drop down from there, and you'll find another opening to your left. Continue forward and you'll find another drop. And this one should bring you all the way back to that grace. Now we're going to head to the left instead, into this little room. You can speak to the person inside to open the gate if you want to, or you can take this backwards path. But next to the summoning pool you'll find a golden rune. And then that's where we just were. Continuing on with the tour, we're going to jump up here, where you'll find a ruin fragment. And then continue along the path. Once we get here, I would like to warn you about a bird. He will chase you, so be careful. Although you can sneak by him sometimes. So you can kill him if you want to, or you can try sneaking past him, but just follow the path right. I did aggro him, so as soon as I touch this grace, I'm going to go ahead and reset. After I reset, I'm going to go back down there, and I'm going to kill the Stormhawk. Once you do that, continue along the path you were going, and there will be 3 more Stormhawks down below, so please be careful. You can snipe them from a distance one at a time, or you can just go down all at once, just whatever you fancy. After that, jump down and cling left. And at the end of this pathway, you'll find some bolts. After that, turn back around and we're just going to go straight. Jump up here and there will be 3 more Stormhawks. 2 are in the tree and 1 is on the ground. After you take care of them, you can find a smithing stone. Once you've got that, you're going to turn right back around and jump up these rocks, and you'll find that grace that we just started at. And I am going to go ahead and reset here before the next section. The second section is the Stormveil cliffside. So starting from Stormveil cliffside side of Grace, I'm going to head north. You should be mindful of the guy with the torch. He is a scout, and when he sees you, he will call for backup. You can successfully sneak up on him, but I just chose not to. But the backup he calls are going to be 2 exile warriors, so go ahead and take care of all 3 of them. Once done, you'll find a body with a marred leather shield. Once you've collected that, continue up the stairs and head inside. Now here you'll see an item just outside. Please be careful, there is someone that throws stuff at you, but it's just a golden rune, and then in here there are 2 more enemies you can take care of. Don't go up the stairs yet, because in this area just below them, you will find hook claws. After I pick those up, then I'm going to head up the stairs, but I'm going to be very careful. So at the top of these stairs, there are two guys that will throw things, and all of those barrels are explosives, so as you can imagine, kaboom. So what I like to do is go ahead and aggro them so that they break the barrels. Then I'll hide behind this barrel until one at a time comes down, and I'll take care of them one-on-one. This way I won't have to deal with any explosions. It does take a little bit of patience sometimes, though. After finishing that one off, I'm going to head up these stairs. I did die last time, so I'm going to collect my runes. I like to go ahead and get rid of the barrels just in case, because there is another thrower further that way. First, I'm going to collect this item back here, just throwing daggers. But now I'm going to head up the last little segment of stairs. Now you'll notice some more barrels as well as another person, and he will throw things, so please be careful. Now I'm kind of greedy, so I went ahead and got the smoldering butterflies. If you don't want to risk anything, you could just jump up here where there are some St. Trina's arrows, and then drop down to defeat this enemy. Now be careful, there is this one that you can see, and then there's a third enemy that is up the ladder. So after I kill this one, I will wait for the third one to pop down the ladder so that he doesn't knock me off. Now that it's safe, I will climb the ladder. And there will be another hole in the wall that you could slip through. It does land right over where the guy originally starts, but since he saw me earlier, he did creep forward a bit. No problem there. Just break through these to get through the next area. There is something below me, but don't worry, I won't forget about it. I just don't get it right now. First, I take care of this guy. Oh, well, maybe I'll finish him off later. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open this door, but please be careful. There is a banished knight in there, and he's very much ready to bust your crap. So, I like to sneak in. If you did not kill Gustok, he will trap you in here, and the banished knight will be aggroed onto you immediately, but if you did kill him like I did, then you get to do this. Killing Gustok is a little controversial because he does give you access to 2 ancient dragon smithing stones. However, I don't really find them necessary because you find so many in the DLC, but it's just whatever you want. After he is dead, I'm going to pick up a key. And then I'm going to turn to the left where there is a chest that holds a talisman. Now I'm going to exit the room. And we're going to finish off what we started with this guy. And there is also a golden rune on this body. After that, we're going to go unlock this door. And climb up the ladder. Now there is an ambush waiting for you up above, so please be careful. You can turn right, but I like to go left and get the right side later. But there is a guy back here, please be careful. Demonstration as follows. But yeah. Once he's taken care of, we can go up the stairs. There will be another enemy who is watching a silver fouled foot. So after I kill him, I'm going to pick that up. Now, go up these stairs. There will be another banished knight, so please be careful and sneak. You can also go inside. There will be a grace up the stairs, but I am actually going to go collect a few other things first. So you see these brambles. We're going to drop down, cling around the edge of the building. And I know you see that item down there. That's what we're getting. Fortunately, it's just an ingredient, but it is a rare one. After that, you'll see a few more enemies in the area. and you'll find some fire grease further down. From here, we're going to make a left before that little narrow walkway. Just jump over. There is one enemy outside, and then there's another one inside of that building. There's nothing else outside, so I'm going to pick that up, and then this is what I was wanting. It is a weapon, and then from here we can drop down and then reroute all the way to the Grace. So instead of dropping down, I'm going to sneak, and then you see that Banished Knight. I'm going to wait for him to turn around and then sneak past him up the stairs. Once it kind of opens up, you can run straight into this room, which holds the Grace. Now for the next section, we're going to do the lower part of the Rampart Tower, which includes a Crucible Knight. So from the Grace, I'm going north. Now there are several different paths we can go here. You can jump on this rooftop and you can go right or left or up. You could also jump down here just to get a little shortcut to the next Grace. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these birds. Please do be careful of the Warhawks, they do carry barrels. You can snipe the barrels first so they can't throw them at you if you want, but that's up to you. There are 4 Warhawks in this area. The first one that I just got, this one that I'm attacking now. There's one to the left and then there's one further down. I don't usually worry about the 4th one that's further down, so I'm just going to ignore it in this video as well. So after we take care of those birds, I'm going to go up these stairs. Now you are going to have to trust yourself with this one. You're going to have to jump over the ledge. Far down below is a Crucible Knight that will drop a spell, as well as a Scarab that drops an Ash of War. So if neither of those interests you, then just skip to the next part of the video. But if you would like to continue, just drop down here and continue along the pathway towards a little ledge. Drop down again, and there will be a body with an item further down. After you pick it up, you can go ahead and follow the path. Now don't freak out here, the ground is going to crumble away from you, but you won't die. And as soon as you land, you'll see that Scarab. Once you get that, you'll be able to see the Crucible Knight coming out of this opening up ahead. You can fight him straight away, or you can try and sneak around him and then get him later if you'd like, which is what I normally tend to do. I usually sneak right here and then I'll let him pass, and when he does, I'll go ahead and hit the elevator. That way if he does kill me, I don't have to go all the way around. I didn't show myself fighting this Crucible Knight for some reason, so I'm just going to ride the elevator back up to the Grace, and then you can return back down on a later time. At the top you'll see a body and it has some drawstring fire grease. From there, just continue back the opposite way, and then you'll find you were where you just were before. So go ahead and reset, and then we'll get started on the next section. Once you've resetted the Grace, we'll go ahead and do the next section, which is still a part of the Rampart Tower. So once you're outside, I'm going to hop up here. And this is going to be kind of a tricky jump, but I believe in you. I'm jumping over to this rooftop so that I can drop down safely without having to worry about any of the Warhawks. If you'd rather fight the Warhawks to get here, that's fine, just whatever you prefer. But I'm going to go ahead and take out these soldiers, and that will let me have smoother access to speak with someone. But if you don't want to speak with Roger, then just skip this part, and I'll put a time down below for you to skip. After taking care of him, I'm going to head back up these stairs, and I'm running past the ladder and into this little cathedral type of area. Now there is nothing in the back area, but I decided to go there and show you anyway. Yeah, nothing of interest. So when you go inside of the cathedral, you'll find a person in there. His name is Roger. He's a sorcerer, and he sells Ashes of War. After browsing his inventory, we can continue on with our tour. So I'm just going to exit the church and go right where we started when I found that Banished Knight. I would like to apologize for the choppiness of this video, so some parts are going to be cut kind of odd like this one. I was just making sure I didn't miss anything, and I tried to trim it the best I could. But onward, I'm going here, and on the body on the floor you'll find a golden rune. After that, I'm going to head up the stairs and across the walkway. Once inside, I'm making a right, and then I'm going to go outside. Now please be careful and make an immediate right, because there is a Banished Knight in that room and you do not want to mess with him yet. This guy, however, I am going to backstab. And then for whatever reason, I decided to take in the view here. But anywho, I'm going to now head up the stairs and cling to the building. You don't have to worry about the Banished Knight, he won't be able to reach you, but there is a ladder back here. And there's nothing on the rooftop, I did check, but you could head down here and there's going to be an enemy for you. Once you take care of him, head to the right and then to the left. And you'll find 2 items over here and a soldier, so take care of him first. Inside of the chest, you'll find a pickled turtleneck. And behind you, you'll see a body that has a stone sword key. After I take those, I'm going back to where that soldier was, and there's going to be a door for you to open. Be careful, there is a soldier behind it. After you take care of that soldier, there could be a second one that pops up. But if he doesn't show up, don't worry about it, and just continue forward. Now, I'm going back in the room where the Banished Knight was. You can sneak up behind him and get a critical, or you can just sneak past him in general. There is a chest in here that holds an item. So once that Banished Knight is taken care of, I'm going to go to the chest, and it has Mimic Veil, which allows you to take the form of something in your surroundings. And that can be a flagpole, or a tree, or even Scarlet Rot. After that, I'm going to show you some more enemies in the area, which includes that Crafted Scion back there. I'm not going to tangle with him right now. I am, however, going to kill these little enemies. Behind them is another item for you. Once you've got that Exalted Flesh, turn right back around. And underneath a big picture in that room with the Crafted Scion, you'll find another item. Unfortunately, it's just an axe. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead back to the Grace, and I'm going to take the elevator to get there. So you can sneak past this Crafted Scion, but I was unsuccessful. But they're pretty easy to outrun. So I'm just going straight to the back, and then I'm going to ride this elevator. Which takes you to the Rampart Tower again. Once you get out, turn right, and you'll find that room where we started. Go ahead and reset again, and then we're going to go right back down the elevator. After resetting at the side of Grace, I'm going to exit southeast and down this lift. At the bottom, I'm going to crouch because I haven't killed my Crafted Scion yet, but if you have killed him, don't worry about it. But now I'm going to hang right. And there are some dogs in this room, so please be careful. I'm going to first take care of the dogs, and then I'll grab all of the items. First up, we have a golden rune, then we have a lump of flesh, and lastly we have a quest item for Rodrika. After that, I'm going to exit back into the room with the Crafted Scion, and I'm personally just going to make a run for it because I don't really feel like fighting him with this weapon, but I grabbed another item, a bolus, from the ground, and now I'm going to exit out this door. Underneath the statue to your right is another somber smithing stone. And then if you turn around, you're going to need a stone sword key. There are some enemies inside, so please beware. On a body over here is a shield, and to your right is a dagger. Lastly, in front of the fireplace is a wet blade. There is nothing on the balcony outside except for another enemy, so I'm going back the way I came, but this time I'm going to make a left and cling to the wall. I'm making another left, and a third left, following the path up, and now a fourth left up to this guy. I'm going to follow this path. And at the end are some arrows. Now we can just drop down and go outside, but I would like to warn you this is kind of a tricky area. There are going to be a lot of guys with crossbows and a lot of soldiers on the ground out here. Let me show you. So what I like to do is cling immediately left and just run like the wind. Some people fight these guys, but I honestly don't worry about them. I just let them kill me after I get the grace, and then I just respawn next to the grace anyway. But once I make it in this room, I'm going to hit this grace. And now once I've reset, I'm going outside and to the right. And I apologize, I had to use a different character because I somehow lost the footage for this part. But I'm running past the dog and the omen and going up these stairs to find this painting. Once I've got it, I'm going to go back outside. I'm going to crouch so that I don't aggro anyone, but I'm going to go slightly up the stairs to my left to find an item, which is a furrow calling finger remedy. From there, I'm going back down the stairs, clinging left again. Up here, you'll find another enemy with a shield behind him. Once I've got that, I'm going back down. I did plan on killing them off one by one, but since they all got aggroed, I ended up just going back where the painting was, and then I'll start the next area from there. So from where we found the painting, I'm just going to go straight. And just like on the other side, there's a set of stairs here. Only this soldier is going to be sitting in the shadows, and he's guarding some arrows instead. But I lured him down earlier, so I'm going to grab the fire arrows and drop down. Then I'm going to run like the wind into this tunnel. There are a lot of rats down here, so please be careful. I like to veer right. I said right. And then around the shelving. Once I get to the other side, I will use magic to get them all, and if they start to swarm me, I can just retreat back into this little crevice where they can only reach me one at a time. Once they've all been taken care of, there's a body, and it has some dried liver. After that, I'm using another stone sword key to unlock this area. In this room are two chests. The first one is going to have a seal, and the second one has a prayer book. From here, I'm going to go outside southeast, and now I'm going to fast travel. So I fast traveled back to the Rampart Tower side of Grace for the rooftop section of Stormveil. So starting from the Grace, I'm heading out of the door southeast, and then I'm going to go up the stairs. You can just run past these enemies, you don't have to kill them if you don't want to. Continue along the path until you find a door that goes outside. Once you get there, you want to crouch and pull left. If you alert the one with the torch, the rest of them will gang up on you, so you want to take him out first. Then you can take out this guy if he followed you. and the rest shouldn't bother you at all. So now I'm going back to where I killed that guy, and there's a body, which drops a golden rune. From here I'm going to jump across on this railing, and I'm going to walk along the railing. Once you reach this side, I'm going to jump again and pull right. From here we can jump into this tower. And at the bottom is a stone sword key. Now I would like to warn you of a Stormhawk below you. And yes, womp womp, I tried to do something cool and I failed. But anyway, after you kill him, you can go straight across to where you'll find a gesture. Now turn back around and head right. There's going to be a little bridge. There are two paths to take from here, but I like to go up first. So I'm walking up this rubble. Now cling to the edge and pull left. Pull left again, and there will be 4 enemies. The first one is visible, but the other 3 are not. When you alert the other 3, that one that was sleeping will wake up. So I'm going to take care of these 3 first, and then I'll get that last one. Once he's taken care of, I'm going to first loot the bodies of them, and then I'm going to climb the ladder. At the top, you'll find a cool talisman. And from here, I'm just going to drop down. You can jump across to other towers, but I don't think there are anything on them. So now I'm dropping down onto this ledge and then the bottom one. And I'm going to continue along the path northeast, drop down again. I'm not going to go this path, I just wanted to show you, but behind you is where the grafted scion was. But I like to go this way because there are a few more items. But first off, there's a banished knight and an exile warrior. Don't have to kill them if you don't want to, you can sneak past them, which is what I plan on doing. After you cross this bridge, there are going to be 2 more exile warriors. And up here is going to be a cookbook. So I'm showing you with my telescope, but there is going to be the next side of grace, which is the lift side chamber. You can jump across the roof if you want to, but I'm going to collect those other few items. So I'm not going to go down that ladder, but I'm going to make a left through these barrels, drop down here. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. I'm so sorry about this, but there are 2 paths to go from here again. So I'm going to put the time below you that shows the second path available. The first path takes you here where the crossbows are, and then you'll have to fast travel or fight your way out. So I'm walking along this little edge so that I can drop down on this one and drop down all the way down. Now here you'll see 1 crossbow guy, but be careful, another one will still shoot stuff at you. I did pick up a Citrine Lily on my way over to him, and I'm taking him out. Be careful of explosives. Here's another lily, and now I'm going to make my way over to the next crossbow guy. But first I'm going to take out this torch one. Oops! And just be careful of the other one across the way too. Alright, now it's his turn. Once he's been taken care of, there will be a crossbow on a body nearby, and then you can kill the guy that you've also aggroed over there, and then fast travel back where we were, following the path all the way back to the split. So here is where path 2 starts. From the same area, I'm just going to drop down, and then I'm going to kill these 2. Across this bridge are 2 Banished Knights, but you also want to watch out for the crossbow guys to your left. The first Banished Knight is hidden, and he will see you immediately. I'm just going to run straight past him. I'm not even going to try to fight either of those two. Yeah, no. On this body is a bloody finger, which is used to invade other worlds. I'm dropping down the ladder, and I'm just going to keep on running. There's nothing to the side hidden. Curving this right, there's something on the ground here, just some arrows. And keep going straight till you see a ladder. Staking left, and I'm going to crouch because there are some enemies nearby. I'm going to pick up this golden rune. Okay, and that's a door that goes out from the other courtyard. But I'm going to first show you how I like to kill these guys to prevent any kind of death. There are quite a few crossbow guys. They are guarding the main gate. And they're on tiered levels, which is kind of hard to reach. So I'm going to kill them tier by tier, and there are also some torch guys that will come up and fight you too, so please be careful. I'll start with this one. Then I'll go down to these 2. Here is where one of the torch guys gets aggroed, so I'm going to take care of this last one before they reach me. And there's the second one down below. There is a smithing stone on this body. I'm going down the stairs. There's one more crossbow guy. Oh, he disbanded his post. Alright, anyway, there's another body over here. Has another smithing stone. And then here's the torch guy that I mentioned. Okay, it looks like the other one I mentioned also got disaggroed, but he should be over here. So anyway, I'm going down these stairs, and then straight into this room is a Grace. In here you'll find a body with a golden rune, and then to your left is going to be the lever that operates the main gate, and then through this pathway you'll find this. Hey, there he is! He's late. After the main gate is open, I'm going to discover the site of Grace. Do not reset just yet because I'm going to go outside again, and if you do, all of the crossbow guys will be back. So instead I'm going to go outside and drop down to my left. And down here are some bolts and 2 types of golden runes. If you didn't know, you can also get gust stock to open the gate for you, but the crossbow guys will swarm you. So I like to do it this way. And then from here I can kill all of these little guys. Remember, if you can't see an enemy, target lock. And there is no shame in using summons. I've soloed, I've done level 1, and I still use summons sometimes because they are helpful. I don't see any problem with it. After you kill all of the main guys, turn around and you'll see some more near this little archway. Now you don't have to kill these guys, but I do just in case the lion gets aggroed and I accidentally lure him over here. After you leave this area at Ghost Town, I'm going to head east. I am going to crouch up here because there is a lion, as you can see. I planned on fighting him after those guys, but I don't have any flasks left, so I'm not going to do that just yet. Instead, I'm going to sneak around towards the opening where the torches are. And if he does discover you, just run. But run up these stairs and through this room. Don't worry, those do not come to life. There's no Legend of Zelda or Resident Evil 4 trauma here. Up here is the Grace just before the Divine Bridge. But first we need to fast travel back to the lift side chamber. From here, heading outside. Now we're going to get the troll. Since I plan to bring the troll over here, I'm going to take care of this omen and this doll. Once I've been taken care of, I'm going to continue east. And to be careful, there are 2 Stormhawks that are to the east, and they will hurt you. If you have a strong ranged weapon, you can go ahead and use that now. After I defeat the first one, I'm going to continue, and then I'm going to make a left and up the stairs. Be careful of a soldier to your right. Afterwards, the body near you will have a smithing stone to collect. From there, go back the way you came and you'll find the second Stormhawk nearby. Now, unfortunately, this Stormhawk did kill me, so that's what the split is for, and that's why the Omen and Dog will now be there later, instead of being dead. Anyway, after that, there is a soldier nearby. Once you break through this barrier, pull right, where you'll find a golden rune. Down in this room is Nepheli, and she can help you fight Godric. But before I speak to her, picking up a smithing stone over here. To use her as a companion, you just speak to her. And I would like to go ahead and warn you, if you did not kill all of the enemies along the way and one follows you in here, they can harm her. After I speak to her, I'm going to go up the stairs and head northeast. Underneath this sapling is a golden seed. And further forward is a St. June's lily. Continue until you find an alleyway to your right. There is another smithing stone at the end. Let's shed some light on this situation. Turn around, head out the alley, and continue back right. And here is the troll that I mentioned earlier. I would kill these soldiers first, just so they don't all three swarm you at once. But otherwise you can just run away. It seemed to work for me very well, so I'm just going to lure the troll back to where I started this section. Don't run too fast when you're doing this, or he will back up and go back where he was. So be careful not to backwards walk into any of those like me. Once you finally get him down, you want him to hit the statue. Now since you guys didn't die, you won't have to deal with the Omen or the dog. After the troll breaks the statue, you'll be able to collect another smithing stone. Now this troll doesn't drop anything, so there's no point in killing it if you don't want to. So now I'm going to reset at this grace once more. After resetting at the grace, I'm going to hit this elevator and then I'm going to ride it up. Oh, and this side of grace is the lift side chamber. Once at the top, I'm going to go forward, and I did not mean to crouch there, apologies. Around this corner, you'll find a bunch of pots or jars. You don't have to kill them all. Actually, some people look down upon it, but I don't really care. Yes, they're cute, but they're also annoying when they swarm you. But whether you choose to or not, there are 2 items back there that you can grab. They are 2 cracked pots, and the more cracked pots you have, the more throwing pots you'll have. But they're used for swarm pots, rot pots, freezing pots, etc. After I pick them up, I'm going to walk down this little ramp, and you probably already heard it, but there is a scarab down there. It drops an ash of war called Stormcaller, which is very popular with some banished knights, and once I've got it, there is a summoning pool next to me, but I'm going to run past it and straight to the grace. After I've discovered the grace, I'm going to go ahead and reset. But if you didn't get hit or use all of your FP like me, then you don't have to reset. But from here I'm going to go exactly the way I came from. Once I get to the top, I'm making a sharp right around this corner. There are some throwing knives on this body, and that particular style is really good for building up blood loss. From there I'm jumping on these things, and this is kind of a difficult jump sometimes, but you've got it. There is nothing of interest down here except for a few enemies, but if you did fall down and you can't find your way up, don't worry, there is a bench to your right with a bunch of sacks that you can climb up, and boom, you're out. So anyway, from there I'm going to go into this entryway. Don't run too fast up this next set because it does go off, but to your right there is an item. It's just a lesser smithing stone. From there I'm turning around and making a jump again. And up here on this path to your right are a few items. Over here we have another smithing stone and a golden rune. And in the one behind me we have a St. Trina's lily. and that one is good for crafting sleep pods. Continuing down this hall, do not enter that big room, instead enter the smaller room. There is an ambush, so be careful of this enemy. After you kill him, you can kill this other one, and they will throw stuff at you if you enter the other room first. After that, I'm just going to clear out this room so that I can grab a few things without getting ambushed or swarmed. And the point of clearing this room is there is a shield here for me. Now once that's finished, I'm going to exit the room. Now if you have spoken to Roger, you will receive this message, but if you did not speak to him, then don't worry about it, it's not mandatory. On this body is another smithing stone, and then you can just jump down this ledge. Continue jumping downward, but don't enter the room yet because there is an item on this railing. You do have to jump up to get it, so please be careful and don't fall. Once you grab your golden rune, you can go ahead and enter. On this next body are some rainbow stones. Please don't fall down yet. And if you open that door over there, you will be at the grace that we started this area. So I would recommend going ahead and opening that just in case you do die, so you don't have to go the extremely long route. While I'm in here, I'm going to reset again to get some more FP and flasks. So now, if you do die and you start back from here, you can just exit out that door. Now to the right of the body, there's a little drop. Don't jump all the way down, instead jump on this roof, and then the next one. There is a bat and an item under it in that room over there. There are some more bats below you, so please be careful. Since I have a glintstone staff, I'm going to go ahead and take out these bats, but if you don't worry, you can get them quite easily. Just use jump attacks. And from here, I'm going to jump over this other roof and go towards that other bat. Underneath him is an arteria leaf, which is used in crafting. These are quite rare. After that, I'm heading down, and once you drop down these stairs, you're going to pull right. That item over there is going to be your guide. You're going to have to jump across. But the item itself is a smithing stone. Once you have it, you can go ahead and continue down. I have another golden rune, and then from here I'm going to pause and crouch because there are a lot of rats. There are quite a few small ones and then a large one at the very end, so I'm going to go ahead and take out the small ones first. Now that they've been taken care of, I'm going to show you. He's kind of hidden in the shadows, but he'll come out as soon as you get close. Remember, you can always try and target lock if you can't see anything, and it will show you where the enemies are. You don't have to fight him if you don't want to, you can just run around him, but I like to kill everything, so... Now, in the area just where he was hiding, there is going to be a scarab as well as an item. The item is just another craftable, and then the scarab actually has a sorcery called Rancor Call. It's one of my very favorite sorceries because it chases your foes. From here you can just drop down to fight the ulcerated tree spirit, but if you're a little more sophisticated, such as myself, you can climb up here first to Aura Farm before you drop down. So when you drop down, you do need to know that there is a ladder on the other side that goes all the way to the top. So if you find yourself too underleveled or just not ready to fight him yet, you can go ahead and run towards that. There are quite a few items in this area as well, and if you didn't know, if you drop down and crouch immediately, you can hide from him in this secret little spot, which I discovered on my very first playthrough because I pooped my pants. If you just wish to grab the items, there are daggers, a stone sword key, and a smoldering butterfly. And I didn't fight him on this specific area, I did return to him and then collect more footage. If you didn't know, these guys are weak to fire as well as Erdtree avatars. Once you defeat him, you'll get a golden seed. And if you go under here, all the way to the back, you'll find Roger's bloodstain and you can interact with it. If you don't see the bloodstain, then you just need to talk to him, and he is going to be in the Chapel of Stormveil or at the Round Table Hold. But once you see it, you can go ahead and get this talisman over here. From there, turn around and to your right is going to be the ladder that heads up. After 10 years, you'll finally reach the top where you can then drop down. And now we are near where the grafted scion was. From here, I'm just going to fast travel back to the secluded cell side of Grace, which is right beside Godric. And once I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and fight him. You can choose to summon Nefeli if you'd like. She is really good. Once you've defeated him, you can go ahead and discover the site of Grace. If you didn't kill Gustag, you'll find him kicking Godric's head in the background. But since I killed him, you won't see him here. Also, if you completed Nefeli's questline, you will find her as well as Kenneth Haight in this room. Again, if you did not kill Gustag, he will also be in this room and you will be able to buy some pretty good stuff from him. When you open the store first, there are two paths. The one on the right has nothing, so I'm going to go left instead. From here you can navigate on your own, just follow the path down. Now here is where it gets a little interesting, so you can hop down or you can use this ladder, but directly behind you is going to be a Shabriri grape. And this is essential in another quest line. Once you've got that, you can go ahead and head outside, and there will be another site of Grace for you to discover. For the last section of Stormveil Castle, we're going to do the bridge that leads to the Divine Tower. So starting from the Limgrave Divine Tower side of Grace, I'm going to head up the stairs. To your left, you'll find a good talisman. And from here, you might want to pause for a second. I'll show you. There are 3 guardian golems that will appear. 2 of them are melee and 1 of them has a bow. So I like to do this little strategy. It helps me out a lot. It prevents me from dying as much. I'm going to start with the leftmost one. And these guys are very, very weak to critical hits. So your main goal with these is going to be to stance break and then get a critical. In the background, you can start to see the second one standing. Kind of close quarters now with both of them, but I do like to keep them close just for that specific reason. There are many ways to stance break, but that is almost always in one instance shot. So now that he's been taken care of, you can kind of start to see the bow guy rearing up for a shot in the background. So I'm not going to focus on the other melee one yet. I'm going to go for the bow. Unfortunately, I did get hit there, but I meant to stand behind this column. You can avoid his bows by standing in front of the columns between you two. You should be able to kill this one before the other melee one gets over here because he is so slow, so don't worry. You can turn your camera to face him if you want to, just to make sure, but this one has also been stance broken now, so I'm going to do a critical. And now it's time to focus on the last one. I know this is a lot of back and forth, but it does make it easier for me personally. Once you've taken care of that last one, I'm going to go down a dip on the right side. And just in case you didn't end the fight where I did, here's where I am. All the way down here is a warming stone. Just don't jump down further from here. Climb back up. And now we're going to head right. On the ground over here, looks like my guardian golem dropped some arrows. Okay, now don't go into the portal just yet. First, we're going to go down and get some more items. And these are kind of hidden. I did have to look them up myself when I was first collecting everything. There are 2 items down here. The first one is just some soft cotton. But the other one is a special headpiece. It makes Ashes of War do more damage. Now the climb back up begins, and it is a little tedious, so I apologize for that, but it's okay. Now that I'm back up, I can finally enter the portal. And from here I can go up the Divine Tower. And that will conclude this video, so thank you for watching. Have a good day.